Welcome to Zoe Stories. He paid me to be a girl. Now I can't say no. I thought it was just money at first, but it was a trap I couldn't escape. I had always been shy, always invisible, a wallflower in school, a background character in life. Even at 20, I felt like I moved through the world as a ghost, overlooked, ignored, irrelevant. Then came the text. It was from Liam, wealthy, charming, manipulative Liam, someone I barely knew from college. His message was simple. I'll pay you a lot of money to do something unusual. You won't be able to say no. Curiosity and desperation got the better of me. I was flat broke, drowning in bills and student debt. A part of me hesitated, intuition screaming that this might be wrong. But another part, the part that craved attention, validation, and escape from invisibility, whispered, "Do it." I met Liam in a quiet cafe. He was calm, smooth, and terrifyingly confident. "You'll dress like a girl," he said casually, sipping his coffee, "and follow my instructions." That's it. Simple. Rewarding. Fun. I laughed nervously. "You're joking, right?" He shook his head, sliding a thick envelope across the table. "Not joking. Think about it. You get money, experiences you can't imagine, and you learn something about yourself." I hesitated. My mind raced. Dressing like a girl? Makeup? Public attention? The idea made me flush with shame. But the money and the strange, thrilling pull of being seen. I found myself nodding. "Fine," I said, voice trembling. "I'll do it." The next day, I arrived at Liam's luxurious apartment. The moment I stepped in, the air shifted. Clothing racks, makeup stations, and mirrors filled the room. Everything screamed preparation, transformation, control. "You'll start with the basics," Liam said, leading me to a changing area. "Clothes, underwear, shoes. I'll guide you through every step. Don't fight it." My heart pounded. I wanted to run, to scream, to escape. But curiosity and the undeniable thrill of this new world held me in place. He handed me a delicate lace dress. "Put it on." I froze. The fabric felt alien, soft against my hands. I can't," I whispered. "Yes, you can," he said softly, yet firmly. "And you will. That's the point. Money isn't just given, it's earned." I stepped into the dress, every movement awkward. Every touch electrifying. The mirror reflected a version of me I didn't recognize. Delicate, soft, feminized. My chest tightened. My cheeks burned. "Good," Liam said, smiling. "Now let's do your makeup." Hours passed. Foundation, blush, eyeshadow, eyeliner, lipstick. Every brushstroke erased the boy I had been. Every compliment from Liam. Every adjustment. Every whispered command blurred the lines between who I was and who I was becoming. "Look at yourself," he whispered finally. "You're beautiful. Pretty. Perfect." Shame. Thrill. Fear. Excitement. Every emotion collided inside me. I hated his words, and yet I craved them. "This is just the beginning," he murmured, his hand brushing my hair. "You'll follow instructions, and you'll earn more than you ever imagined, but you'll also discover a side of yourself you can't ignore." As I stared at my reflection, perfectly feminized, I realized the truth. I had no idea how deep this would go, or how much control I had already surrendered. The moment I stepped outside, the world stared, and every glance tore the boy I used to be into pieces. The next morning, I woke up in Liam's luxurious apartment, still dizzy from the previous day's transformation. My body ached slightly from unfamiliar clothing, heels that pinched, and the lingering adrenaline of makeup application. Every inch of me, from my face to my toes, was different. Feminine. Fragile. Perfectly molded to Liam's vision. He appeared as I was brushing my hair, a smile that was part pride, part predator on his face. "Today, you'll experience the real world as her," he said. "Your first public test. Remember, every glance, every word, every gesture proves who you are now." I swallowed hard. The thought of stepping outside, walking down a crowded street, feeling every eye on me, terrified me. And yet, beneath the fear, a thrill I didn't want to admit stirred. Liam handed me a soft pastel dress, tighter than yesterday's, paired with elegant heels and a delicate purse. You'll walk naturally. Smile. Speak softly. Obey my instructions, and everything will go smoothly. I felt my stomach twist. I don't know if I can do this, I whispered. Yes, you can, he said, his voice firm, almost hypnotic. And you will. You don't have a choice anymore. Money, experience, and more importantly, yourself, you earn them by following. He guided me to a full-length mirror. The reflection made my breath catch. My face, soft and adorned with makeup, glowed in the morning light. My hips swayed unnaturally, delicate curves accentuated by the dress. Even my voice, refined and timid, sounded like hers. You're beautiful, Liam said softly, brushing a strand of hair behind my ear. Pretty. Perfect. And everyone out there will see it too. Stepping outside felt like stepping into a different universe. The city street, bustling with life, became a stage. Every passerby's glance felt like a spotlight. Every whisper, every subtle smile from strangers pricked my skin, making it burn with humiliation and an unfamiliar, thrilling excitement. Keep your head high, Liam instructed, lightly touching my back. Every step is a performance. And you are perfect at it. I faltered on my heels, legs trembling. My cheeks burned as I realized strangers were indeed staring. Some looked curious, others amused, some admiring. Each glance stripped away another layer of the boy I had been. At a boutique, Liam insisted on a quick session of trying on more outfits. Silks, laces, delicate lingerie layered beneath dresses, all meant to transform, humiliate, and feminize. Mirrors surrounded me, amplifying every curve, every line, every shift in posture. Pose, he commanded. Walk. Smile. Speak softly when they compliment you. A couple of shoppers stopped, staring openly. She's gorgeous, one whispered. My chest tightened. Humiliation, embarrassment, and, frighteningly, a spark of pride. I hated that I enjoyed it. Later, Liam guided me to a small cafe, bustling with people. Every step, every movement, every breath was scrutinized by strangers. He whispered in my ear, correcting posture, tilt of the head, sway of the hips. My reflection in the window across the street looked like a stranger, delicate, soft, undeniably female. Jason, a boy from my college, appeared unexpectedly. His eyes widened. Is that you? He stammered. Shame and panic collided inside me. Liam's hand brushed my back. Remember, she is yours now. Show him what she can be. My voice trembled as I responded, soft, delicate, feminized. Hi, yes, it's me. Jason's admiration and subtle shock sent shivers through me. I wanted to flee, to hide, but another part of me, the part Liam had been shaping, thrived in the attention. Back at Liam's apartment that evening, I collapsed before the mirror, tears streaming. Who am I? I whispered, voice shaking. The reflection staring back was no longer my own. Every curve, every glance, every subtle detail screamed feminine perfection and screamed control. Liam knelt beside me, brushing hair from my face. You are hers now, he whispered. Every glance, every word, every step confirms it. And soon, you'll realize that resistance isn't just pointless, it's impossible. My first public exposure had stripped away pieces of the boy I had been. Every glance, every whisper, every command from Liam was binding me further. And deep inside, I realized with both fear and an unsettling thrill, I might never reclaim the life I had before, and part of me didn't want to. Every mirror, every glance, every word reminded me I was no longer just a boy. And the deeper I went, the less I recognized myself. The morning light slanted across Liam's apartment as I woke, still trembling from the previous day's public exposure. My legs ached from unfamiliar heels. My makeup from yesterday was smudged but still feminized my features, and my heart raced with a mixture of fear and forbidden excitement. Liam appeared almost immediately, a calm, commanding presence. "Today, we refine everything," he said, voice soft but unyielding. "Your voice, your walk, your gestures. Every detail matters. And once we're done, you'll be ready for bigger challenges, public challenges." I swallowed hard. My body trembled. My mind screamed to resist, but a strange thrill bubbled up, impossible to ignore. The day began with posture and movement drills. Liam guided me through the apartment, correcting every tilt of my head, every sway of my hips, every step in my heels. "Too stiff," he said softly, adjusting my shoulders. "You need to flow. Be delicate. Soft. Feminine. Every movement proves you belong to her." I stumbled, my legs shaking. My cheeks burned with embarrassment, but there was a creeping sense of satisfaction. The forbidden thrill of obeying him, of performing perfectly, made my heart race in ways I didn't understand. Next came clothing and lingerie lessons. Delicate fabrics, soft lace, tight dresses, and silk undergarments, all carefully chosen to feminize me further. "Touch it. Feel it. Let it mold you," Liam instructed, guiding my hands over the silky fabrics. "This is who you are now. Every stitch, every fold is part of her." I shivered, both from the soft fabrics and the humiliation. My chest tightened. My identity was slipping, slowly, irreversibly. Makeup followed. Liam was meticulous. Foundation, blush, eyeshadow, eyeliner, and lipstick. Each stroke erased traces of the boy I had been. "Look at yourself," he whispered, brushing a strand of hair from my cheek. "Beautiful. Pretty. Perfect." Shame, fear, and excitement collided. I hated his words, and yet a hidden part of me craved them. After lunch, Liam prepared a public outing, more daring than the previous day. He handed me a fitted dress, higher heels, and a purse. "You'll go to the mall, interact with strangers, accept compliments, and obey my instructions. Every step is a test." The thought made my stomach churn. Public exposure was terrifying, but beneath the fear, a dangerous thrill pulsed. The mall was crowded. Every glance from strangers, every whispered comment, felt amplified. My cheeks burned. My legs shook in heels. Every step was a battle against my embarrassment. "Keep your head high," Liam whispered. "Smile. Speak softly. Let them see her." I obeyed, my voice high and delicate. "Teach, thank you." I replied to compliments, each word tearing the boy I had been a little further apart. Later, Liam introduced a beauty salon challenge. I was made to sit under bright lights while stylists fussed over my hair, shaping, curling, and styling until it looked perfect. He watched with an intensity that made my cheeks burn. "Every curl, every brushstroke, every shimmer of makeup proves you're hers," he whispered. "And soon you'll see that resistance is useless." I trembled, tears welling in my eyes. Shame, humiliation, and an illicit thrill coursed through me. I hated that I enjoyed being admired, that I craved his approval, that the public attention intoxicated me. Back at the apartment, exhausted, I collapsed before the mirror. My reflection stared back, delicate, feminized, and undeniably hers. "Who am I now?" I whispered. Liam knelt beside me, brushing my hair from my face. "You are hers. Every glance, every word, every step confirms it. And the deeper you go, the more you'll realize there is no going back." My first day of deep transformation, public exposure, and intense control had stripped away every layer of the boy I had been. And as I stared at my feminized reflection, a terrifying realization struck me. I might already be too far gone to return, and part of me didn't want to. Every glance, every touch, every word reminded me. The boy I had been was slipping away, and with him, my control over my own life. The morning sun filtered softly through Liam's blinds, illuminating my feminized reflection. I had grown accustomed to the makeup, the dresses, the delicate posture, but deep down, panic and shame churned inside me. I still remembered the boy I had been, but each day, he felt more distant, like a fading memory. Liam appeared in the doorway, radiant, confident, and commanding. Today, he said softly, you'll experience how completely your life is changing. Male privileges, they're gone. And every step, every glance, every interaction will remind you of it. My stomach twisted. My mind raced. Words failed me. I nodded, trembling. The day began with voice and mannerism training. Liam guided me through speaking softly, walking delicately, tilting my head just so. Every correction tore away pieces of my masculine identity. Say it again, he instructed. Every word, every tone is hers now. I repeated it, voice high and delicate. My cheeks burned. Shame and humiliation coursed through me, yet a dangerous thrill bubbled beneath the surface. Next came clothing adjustments. Dresses tighter than ever, silky lingerie, and heels higher than I had ever worn. Liam guided me meticulously. Every inch of you is hers now, he said, brushing my hair from my face. And you'll learn how to move, how to sit, how to behave like her. The boy you were, he's fading. I trembled, my heart pounding. Each adjustment, each layer of fabric, each subtle brushstroke of makeup reinforced the truth. I was no longer the boy I had been. By mid-morning, Liam introduced the first public humiliation test. We went to a busy shopping district, where I was made to accept attention, compliments, and stares. Walk slowly, he instructed. Sway your hips. Smile when people look. Every glance confirms who you are now. My cheeks burned as strangers stared openly. I wanted to run. I wanted to reclaim my old self. But another part of me, the part Liam had molded, thrived in the attention, in the control, in the humiliation. Later, Liam introduced a physical reminder of my lost male privileges. He handed me delicate lingerie beneath my dress and instructed me to practice walking, sitting, and even minor movements while aware of it. This reminds you, he said softly, that you're hers. That control over your masculinity is gone. And the deeper you go, the more you'll enjoy it whether you admit it or not. I shivered violently, half in shame, half in forbidden thrill. I hated that I liked it. The final test of the day was an emotional breakdown. Liam had me stand in front of a mirror, heels clacking against the floor, hair perfect, makeup flawless. He gently touched my face. Look at yourself, he whispered. Tell me who you are. Tears spilled down my cheeks. My voice trembled. I don't know. I don't feel like myself anymore. Exactly, he said, smiling softly. You're hers now. Every inch, every glance, every step proves it. And that fear, that resistance, it's part of the transformation. Embrace it, or fight it and fail. I sank to my knees before the mirror, sobbing quietly. Shame, fear, and an unfamiliar excitement tore through me. I hated him, feared him, and yet I couldn't escape the thrill of his control, the power he had over me, the transformation I had already begun. My first real emotional breakdown had stripped away what little control I had left. I realized with both fear and a strange thrill, the boy I had been was fading fast, and Liam's dominance was absolute. The path forward offered no escape, and part of me didn't want one. Every glance, every whisper, every step reminded me I was no longer just a boy. But as fear and humiliation rose, so did something unexpected, a connection. The day began with Liam's familiar commanding presence. He had selected a new, even more daring outfit, a fitted dress that accentuated my feminized curves, paired with strappy heels and delicate accessories. Today, Liam said, you face a real public challenge. A busy mall, bright lights, curious eyes. You'll interact, accept attention, and remember, you are hers. My heart pounded violently. The thought of crowds, strangers, and public exposure terrified me. But the thrill, that forbidden mix of fear and excitement, surged too. We entered the mall, my heels clicking against the polished floor. Every step was monitored, corrected, and scrutinized by Liam. Hold your head high, he whispered. Smile when people look. Sway your hips gently. Speak softly when complimented. Show them her. I obeyed, trembling. My reflection in store windows and mirrors showed a delicate, feminized girl. My old self, the boy I had been, felt like a fading echo, distant and impossible to reach. Then I noticed him, an ordinary boy from college, Alex. He froze, eyes widening as he recognized me, but the surprise quickly shifted to curiosity. Is that really you?" he whispered as I passed. Panic and humiliation washed over me. I wanted to flee, to hide, to reclaim the boy I had been. But Liam's hand on my back reminded me. I belonged to him now. "Yes," I said softly, voice high and delicate. "It's me." Alex's admiration was genuine, innocent, and it struck a chord deep inside me. For the first time, someone treated me as the girl I had become, not as the boy I once was. My heart thudded painfully, caught between shame and an inexplicable thrill. Liam directed me to a small boutique, where strangers complimented my appearance. "You're beautiful," one woman said. "That dress suits you perfectly." Shame, humiliation, and a strange pride collided inside me. I hated that I enjoyed the praise, that I craved their admiration, that my feminized form elicited attention. Alex lingered nearby, shyly observing, clearly fascinated. You look incredible," he said softly, eyes full of admiration. I felt my cheeks burn. Liam smiled subtly, a mix of triumph and control. "See? This is who you are now. Everyone notices. And you will begin to like it, whether you admit it or not." The afternoon escalated with a public challenge. Liam instructed me to interact with strangers, accept compliments, pose naturally, and maintain a feminine demeanor under scrutiny. Every word I spoke, every gesture I made, reinforced the loss of my old identity. "Speak softly," Liam reminded. "Tilt your head slightly. Let them see her. Let them admire her." The humiliation was overwhelming, but beneath it a thrilling sensation surged. I was being seen, acknowledged, and strangely, I enjoyed it. By evening, we returned to Liam's apartment. I collapsed before the mirror, exhausted. Tears streamed down my cheeks as I stared at my feminized reflection. "Who am I now?" I whispered, voice trembling. Liam knelt beside me, brushing hair from my face. "You are hers." Every glance, every word, every step confirms it. And soon you'll see that resistance is not just futile, it's impossible. I realized, with both fear and a strange thrill, that my bond with Alex, admiration, subtle care, connection, was also reshaping my emotions. I was no longer the boy he had known. I was hers, and yet I was being seen, desired, and acknowledged in ways I had never experienced. Public exposure, attention, and subtle emotional bonding with Alex had stripped away the last vestiges of my old self. I realized I might never return to who I was before, and part of me didn't want to. Every layer of fabric, every stroke of makeup, every whispered instruction reminded me I wasn't just playing a role anymore. I was hers. The morning sunlight poured through Liam's apartment, highlighting racks of delicate lingerie, pastel dresses, and mirrors reflecting my feminized form. My reflection had begun to feel familiar. A girl stared back, soft, delicate, and molded by Liam's meticulous control. Liam appeared, confident, commanding, and impossibly patient. "Today is about refinement," he said. "Every inch of you, every gesture, every glance must be perfect. This is how you become hers completely." I swallowed hard, heart pounding. The thought of another day of rigorous feminization, public scrutiny, and subtle humiliation made me tremble. But beneath the fear, an undeniable thrill bubbled up. We started with makeup mastery. Liam guided my hand over foundation, blush, eyeliner, and lipstick. Each stroke erased traces of my past masculinity. Each correction reinforced my feminized identity. "Blend softly," he instructed. "Every line, every shadow, is hers now. Look at yourself. Beautiful, pretty, perfect." I flinched at the words, at the compliments, at the realization of how much control he had over my self-perception. Humiliation and pride collided, and I hated how much it thrilled me. Next was lingerie and posture training. Delicate fabrics were layered beneath dresses, soft lace against my skin, silky textures hugging every curve. Liam demonstrated sitting, walking, and even subtle movements designed to feminize me further. "Every gesture proves you are hers," he said, brushing my hair from my face. "Your hips, your shoulders, your hands, everything is under control. The boy you were is gone." My legs shook in heels, my chest tightened. Every inch of me reminded me masculinity was fading. I was becoming delicate, vulnerable, feminized. And part of me secretly craved it. By afternoon, Liam orchestrated a public outing to a high-end cafe and boutique. My every movement, posture, and expression was scrutinized. Compliments from strangers, lingering glances, and subtle whispers struck me with shame and forbidden excitement. "Sway gently," he whispered. "Smile softly. Accept compliments. This is who you are now, hers." I obeyed, trembling with embarrassment and thrill. My reflection in store windows confirmed it. Delicate, soft, undeniably female. My old identity, the boy I had been, was fading, leaving only her. At the boutique, Liam selected a more daring outfit, a fitted dress, strappy heels, and accessories designed to accentuate my feminized curves. He instructed me to pose, walk, and speak in front of mirrors. "See her," he said softly. "Every step, every glance, every word proves it. You are hers completely, and soon you will crave this attention." I blushed fiercely, but beneath the shame, a thrill pulsed. Each compliment, each glance, each correction reinforced my feminization. I hated that I enjoyed it, but I couldn't deny it. Later, Liam introduced a mirror session designed for identity confrontation. He positioned me under bright light, forcing me to stare at my reflection. Feminized face, delicate curves, perfect posture, soft voice. "Who are you?" he asked, brushing my hair from my cheek. I choked on words. I don't know anymore," I whispered. "Exactly," he said, smiling. "You're hers. The boy you were is gone. And the deeper you go, the more you'll realize there is no turning back." Tears welled in my eyes, shame and thrill mixing in a dizzying swirl. I hated how much I craved his approval, his control, the admiration of strangers. As I stared at my feminized reflection, fully adorned in lingerie and a perfect dress, I realized with fear and exhilaration, my old identity was gone. I belonged to him, and I couldn't say no. Every spotlight, every gaze, every whispered compliment reminded me I was no longer just a boy, and the world would see her before anyone saw me. The day began with Liam's calm, commanding presence. He had chosen a new challenge, a local beauty pageant. Not just a casual outing, but a public stage, bright lights, and an audience primed to judge every detail. "Today," Liam said softly, yet firmly, "you will perform in front of strangers, judges, and peers. Every movement, every glance, every word will prove you are hers. And you'll learn that the boy you were no longer exists." My stomach twisted. The idea of being scrutinized, judged, and paraded in front of strangers terrified me. And yet, beneath the fear, an illicit thrill surged. Preparation was meticulous. Liam guided me through makeup, hairstyling, and outfit selection. Foundation first, then blush. Eyeshadow delicate. Lips soft and feminine, he instructed. Every stroke, every shade, perfect her. "You must be flawless." Each brushstroke erased a little of the boy I had been. Every adjustment, every compliment, every word of praise reinforced the feminized version of me. Next came lingerie and posture training, ensuring that every curve, every sway, every tilt of the head was deliberate. Liam corrected my walk in heels repeatedly, emphasizing the elegance, the femininity, and the control he had over my body. "Remember," he whispered, brushing a strand of hair from my cheek, "every inch of you proves you are hers. And when the audience looks, they must see her, not the boy you used to be." At the pageant venue, Bright lights and cameras illuminated the stage. Contestants mingled, photographers snapped pictures, and the judges reviewed notes. Liam held my hand tightly, guiding me to the dressing area. "You're ready," he said. "Step onto the stage. Every eye will be on you, and every step you take will remind you who you are now." My legs shook as I walked onto the stage. The audience's gaze was intense, assessing, admiring, critical. Every step in heels was measured, every sway of my hips deliberate. My feminized posture, soft voice, and delicate gestures drew attention and judgment. A judge leaned forward, whispering, "Such elegance, such poise. She's stunning." Heat surged through me. Shame, embarrassment, and forbidden excitement collided. I hated that their admiration thrilled me. I hated that I wanted it. And yet, I could not deny the intoxicating rush of validation, the thrill of being seen as her. Backstage, Liam guided me through interaction with other contestants and photographers. I smiled, spoke softly, and posed delicately. Each compliment, each glance, reinforced my feminized identity. Then, someone from my past, my childhood friend, Nathan, recognized me. His eyes widened. Is that you?" he whispered, incredulous. Panic and humiliation surged. I wanted to flee, to escape, to reclaim the boy I had been. But Liam's hand on my back reminded me. I belonged to him now. "Yes," I whispered, voice trembling. "It's me." Nathan's shock quickly shifted to admiration, and I felt a strange, forbidden thrill. For the first time, someone from my past acknowledged me as her, not as the boy I had been. After the event, exhausted and emotionally raw, Liam guided me back to the apartment. I collapsed before the mirror, tears streaming. "Who am I now?" I whispered. Liam knelt beside me, brushing hair from my face. "You are hers," he said softly. "Every glance, every compliment, every step confirms it. And soon you'll realize that the boy you were is gone. Completely. There is no turning back." The beauty pageant had stripped away the last remnants of my old self. Public exposure, admiration, and scrutiny had fused with Liam's control, leaving me fully feminized and vulnerable. And deep inside, I realized with fear and exhilaration, I might never escape this new identity, and part of me didn't want to. Every glance in the mirror, every whispered instruction, every moment alone with him reminded me I was no longer who I had been. And the more I obeyed, the more I feared I might never return. The morning began with Liam's familiar, commanding presence. He had prepared a series of intimate sessions designed to strip away the last remnants of my old self. My body, feminized from weeks of training, was a canvas he sculpted meticulously. Every curve, every movement, every gesture belonged to him now. "Today," he said softly, "you'll learn how completely you belong to her, and to me. Every inch of you, every glance, every word, will reinforce it." I swallowed hard, heart racing, yet a faint, troubling thrill surged beneath the fear. We began with lingerie mastery and posture correction. Liam guided me meticulously, adjusting the tilt of my head, the sway of my hips, the curve of my back. "Every movement proves it," he whispered. "The boy you were is fading, and the girl you are must be perfect." Shame and humiliation collided with a strange excitement. I hated that his words thrilled me, that his touch reinforced my feminization. My reflection in the mirror was flawless, delicate, soft, undeniably female, but the boy I had been was already a distant memory. Next came private public simulation, where Liam orchestrated mock scenarios designed to prepare me for scrutiny, compliments, and attention. He guided me through interactions, soft-spoken greetings, and delicate gestures in front of mirrors and mannequins. "Sway naturally," he instructed. "Smile. Speak softly. Let them see her. Let them admire her. And remember, every glance strips away the boy you were." I trembled, cheeks burning with humiliation and thrill. Every movement, every word, reinforced my feminized identity. Resistance felt futile. obedience was intoxicating. Liam then introduced mirror immersion sessions, forcing me to confront my reflection under intense scrutiny. "Look at yourself," he said softly. "Every inch of her is perfect. The boy you were is gone. And soon, even you will forget him completely." Tears welled in my eyes. Shame, fear, and a dangerous thrill swirled together. I hated the recognition that part of me craved his control, craved the admiration, and was beginning to internalize this new identity. By afternoon, Liam orchestrated a controlled outing to a local cafe, testing my ability to maintain composure, femininity, and obedience under public observation. Every glance from strangers, every compliment, every subtle whisper reinforced the shift. "Smile softly," Liam whispered. "Every step proves you are hers. Every glance confirms it. And soon you will want this attention, whether you admit it or not." The humiliation was overwhelming, yet beneath it, an intoxicating thrill pulsed. I hated that I enjoyed being seen, adored, and feminized, but I could not deny it. Later, Liam guided me to a mirror reflection debrief, analyzing every detail of my posture, walk, and expressions. "See her," he said softly. "Every inch, every glance, every gesture proves that the boy you are no longer exists. You are hers, completely, and soon you will love it." I sank to my knees, overwhelmed. My reflection stared back, delicate, feminized, undeniably female. The boy I had been was gone. Liam's dominance was absolute. And I was beginning to internalize it, to crave it, to accept it, even as shame and fear tore through me. After a day of private humiliation, mirror immersion, and controlled public exposure, I realized with both terror and forbidden thrill, the boy I had been was fading completely. I belonged to him, and to the girl he had created, and part of me feared I might never escape, nor want to. Every compliment, every glance, every whispered word reminded me I was no longer the boy I had been. And the more I lived as her, the more the thrill of attention became impossible to resist. The morning began with Liam preparing me for another major public outing, this time to a trendy shopping district known for its crowd and high-end boutiques. Today's objective: complete immersion in public femininity, maintaining composure, elegance, and obedience under observation. "Remember," Liam whispered as he adjusted my dress, "every step, every word, every glance confirms you are hers. And the world must see her before anything else." My stomach churned. Public exposure had become routine, yet the fear and thrill remained potent. My reflection in the mirror, a delicate, feminized girl, stared back. The boy I had been was almost entirely gone. We entered the bustling shopping district. Strangers' eyes lingered, comments whispered just loud enough for me to hear. My legs trembled in heels, but Liam's hand on my back reminded me obedience was mandatory, pride was optional. "Smile," he instructed softly. "Speak softly when addressed. Move elegantly. Show them her." I obeyed, cheeks flushed, voice delicate, posture perfect. Every glance reinforced my feminized identity. Then he appeared, the male observer from before, Alex, who had already recognized me in the mall weeks prior. His eyes widened as he saw me, but admiration replaced shock this time. You look amazing," he whispered softly. Heat surged through me. Shame, thrill, and confusion collided. Part of me longed to flee, to reclaim the boy I had been. But Liam's subtle pressure, his calm dominance, reminded me I belonged to him now. "Thank you," I said softly, voice high, delicate. The words felt foreign yet natural on my feminized lips. Alex smiled, and a subtle, teasing energy filled the space between us. For the first time, someone from my past treated me not as a boy, but fully as her. Liam orchestrated a boutique challenge, guiding me to select outfits, pose for mannequins, and interact with strangers. Each compliment, each lingering glance, reinforced the feminized identity he had meticulously built. Every word, every glance, every gesture proves she is hers, Liam whispered. The humiliation, combined with public attention, was overwhelming. Yet beneath it, an illicit thrill surged, pleasure tinged with fear, excitement laced with shame. Later, Alex approached again, curiosity and admiration in his eyes. "Do you want to grab coffee later?" he asked softly. My heart raced. Liam's hand rested lightly on my back, his presence both protective and commanding. I felt a rush of shame and excitement. Could I enjoy this? Could I be her fully and still experience desire, admiration, and attention? Yes, I whispered, voice trembling. Back at the apartment, Liam guided me to the mirror. "See her," he said softly, brushing my hair from my face. "Every inch of you, every glance, every word proves that the boy you were no longer exists. And now, the world desires her, too." Tears welled in my eyes. I hated that I enjoyed the attention. I hated that I craved validation. And yet, I couldn't deny it. Every step, every glance, every whisper from Alex confirmed I was becoming her completely. The combination of public scrutiny, Liam's dominance, and romantic attention from Alex left me shaken, exhilarated, and terrified. The boy I had been was gone, and the girl Liam had created was thriving, desired, and completely dependent on him. Could I resist, or was I already lost? Every word, every glance, every touch reminded me I was no longer the boy I had been. And now, betrayal threatened to shatter the fragile identity Liam had built. The morning began quietly. I sat before the mirror, carefully adjusting my dress and makeup, when Liam entered with a small envelope in his hand. His expression was calm, but there was an intensity in his eyes that immediately set my nerves on edge. "Today," he said softly, "you'll face someone from your past. Someone who will challenge everything you've become. And you'll see, the world expects her to be perfect." Panic surged through me. I could feel my masculinity, already fragile and fading, quivering at the thought of confrontation. We stepped out into a busy cafe where someone waited, my childhood friend Nathan, who had recognized me weeks ago. His eyes widened in shock as he took in my feminized appearance. Is that really you?" he whispered. Shame, humiliation, and fear overwhelmed me. I wanted to flee, to hide, to reclaim the boy I had been. But Liam's hand on my back reminded me, I belonged to him now. Obedience was mandatory, pride optional. "Yes," I whispered, voice delicate, trembling. Nathan's expression shifted from shock to confusion, then to subtle disappointment. You're different," he said softly, almost accusingly. I don't know if I can accept this." The weight of his words hit me harder than I expected. My heart raced, tears threatening to spill. I felt betrayed, not by him, but by myself. The girl I had become, meticulously shaped by Liam, was now being judged by someone I had once trusted. Liam's calm presence was a lifeline. "Look at her," he whispered. "Every inch proves you belong to her. Every glance, every word, every reaction confirms it. This is who you are now." I shook, torn between fear, shame, and the strange thrill of his dominance. Nathan's disappointment felt like a dagger, but Liam's words wrapped around me, reinforcing my feminized identity. We walked through the cafe, and Liam orchestrated a public display of obedience and femininity. I spoke softly, smiled delicately, and accepted compliments from strangers while Nathan watched. Every glance, every whispered word, every subtle gesture reinforced the girl I had become and the boy I had lost. "See," Liam whispered, "the world will notice her before they see you, and soon you'll crave it, whether you admit it or not." Later, Nathan confronted me privately. I don't understand. You were my friend, the person I knew. And now you're someone else." Tears streamed down my cheeks. Shame, humiliation, and a strange exhilaration collided. I don't know anymore," I whispered. I'm hers." Liam's hand rested on my shoulder. "Exactly," he said softly. "You are hers. And no one can change that. Not your past, not your fears, not even him. Back at the apartment, I collapsed before the mirror, trembling. My reflection, a delicate, feminized girl, stared back, undeniable and perfect. Who am I now? I whispered. Liam knelt beside me, brushing my hair from my face. You are hers, he said softly. Every glance, every word, every gesture confirms it. And soon you'll realize the boy you were is gone completely. There is no turning back. The confrontation with Nathan had shattered any lingering connection to my old self. Shame, humiliation, and forbidden thrill coiled inside me like a storm. The boy I had been was gone, and the girl Liam had created was thriving, but the question remained, could I accept it fully, or would despair claim me first? Every glance, every touch, every whispered word reminded me. I was no longer the boy I had been. And now, desire, both forbidden and intoxicating, threatened to overwhelm me. The morning sun streamed through the blinds, catching the soft fabric of my dress and highlighting the curves Liam had meticulously sculpted over weeks of training. My reflection in the mirror, delicate, feminized, undeniably female, stared back. Every inch of me screamed hers. Every movement whispered submission. Liam entered, calm, commanding, and impossibly attentive. Today, he said softly, you will face a different challenge. Public attention and personal desire. You will learn how irresistible you are and how powerless you can be under scrutiny and emotion. My heart thudded violently. The thought of desire, romantic attention, and public display made me tremble. Fear, shame, and a thrilling excitement churned together inside me. We started with makeup and hair, perfecting every stroke, every curl, every detail. Liam guided my hands with gentle corrections. Eyes soft, lips full, smile delicate, he instructed. Every movement proves you are hers. Every glance confirms it. My cheeks burned. Every compliment he whispered, every touch, every adjustment reminded me that the boy I had been was gone. I was hers, beautiful, feminized, and controlled. By mid-morning, Liam guided me to a high-end cafe, where Alex awaited. His eyes widened as he saw me, admiration and subtle desire clear. You look incredible, he whispered. Shame, excitement, and forbidden thrill collided inside me. My body trembled, posture delicate, voice high and soft. Thank you, I whispered, trying to maintain composure. Liam observed quietly, a subtle smile playing on his lips. Notice how he looks at you, he whispered. Every glance, every word, every small touch proves you are hers. And the more attention you accept, the more you'll realize you cannot resist. I blushed fiercely. The thrill of being desired, the shame of enjoying it, and the knowledge of Liam's control wrapped around me like a vice. The afternoon escalated with a public stroll through a shopping district, designed to amplify exposure and emotional tension. Strangers whispered compliments, lingering glances followed every step, and Alex stayed close, admiration in every movement. Smile softly, Liam instructed. Sway gently. Accept attention. Let them admire her. And remember, every glance strips away the boy you were. The humiliation was overwhelming, yet beneath it, a thrilling warmth surged. I hated that I enjoyed being seen, desired, and praised, but I could not deny it. Later, Alex leaned closer, whispering, You're really beautiful. I can't believe this is you. Heat surged through me. My knees weakened slightly in heels. My voice trembled. I'm hers, I whispered, glancing at Liam for silent approval. Liam's hand rested lightly on my shoulder. Exactly, he said softly. You are hers completely. And the thrill you feel, the desire, it is part of what makes you hers. Back at the apartment, I collapsed before the mirror, tears streaming. My reflection, a delicate, feminized girl, stared back, undeniable. Who am I now? I whispered. Liam knelt beside me, brushing hair from my face. You are hers, he said softly. Every glance, every word, every gesture confirms it. And soon you'll realize the boy you were is gone.
Completely.
There is no turning back. The combination of public exposure, romantic tension from Alex, and Liam's absolute control left me trembling, exhilarated, and terrified. The girl I had become was thriving, desired, and completely dependent on Liam, and part of me wondered if I even wanted to return to the boy I had been. Every word he whispered, every touch, every glance reminded me I was no longer the boy I had been. And now, surrender was no longer optional, it was demanded. The morning sunlight filtered softly through the blinds as I sat before the mirror, adjusting my dress and checking my makeup. My reflection, a delicate, feminized girl, stared back, flawless yet haunting. The boy I had been seemed like a distant memory, fading with every passing day under Liam's meticulous control. Liam entered, calm, commanding, and impossibly attentive. "Today," he said softly, "you will learn just how deeply you belong to her, and to me. Every thought, every glance, every word will reinforce the truth. You are hers completely." Fear, shame, and a forbidden thrill surged through me. Part of me wanted to flee, to reclaim the boy I had been. But the girl Liam had created, delicate, feminized, and beautiful, was already thriving. Resistance felt almost impossible. We began with mirror immersion and verbal affirmation. Liam guided me to observe my reflection closely, scrutinizing every curve, every gesture, every detail of my feminized appearance. "Look at her," he whispered. "Every inch proves the boy you were is gone. Every glance, every movement, every expression confirms it. And soon you will realize you cannot resist this." Tears welled in my eyes. Shame, humiliation, and a subtle, thrilling excitement collided. I hated that I craved his approval, yet the truth of his words resonated deeply. Next came public simulation training. Liam orchestrated scenarios where I interacted with strangers, accepted compliments, and maintained perfect femininity under scrutiny. "Sway naturally," he instructed. "Smile softly. Speak delicately. Let them see her. Let them admire her. And remember, every glance strips away the boy you were." Every word, every gesture, every glance reinforced the feminized identity he had built. Shame and humiliation mingled with a strange, forbidden thrill. I hated that I enjoyed the attention, yet I could not deny it. By afternoon, Liam guided me to a controlled public outing, increasing exposure and psychological tension. Strangers whispered, lingered, and admired. Every glance reinforced my feminization. Every compliment eroded the last vestiges of masculinity. Alex appeared again, eyes wide with admiration. "You're incredible," he whispered. Shame, fear, and excitement surged. My knees trembled in heels, my voice quivered. I'm hers," I whispered, glancing at Liam for reassurance. Liam's hand rested lightly on my shoulder. "Exactly," he said. "You belong to her completely. And soon, you'll realize the boy you were is gone. There is no turning back." Back at the apartment, Liam orchestrated a final mirror confrontation. "Look at her," he whispered, brushing my hair from my face. "Every inch, every gesture, every glance proves it. The boy you were is gone. And now, you must accept it, fully, or you will never be free." I sank to my knees, overwhelmed by fear, shame, and a strange exhilaration. My reflection, delicate, feminized, undeniably female, stared back, undeniable and perfect. Liam's manipulation had pushed me to the brink. Public exposure, attention from Alex, and his absolute control left me trembling, exhilarated, and terrified. The girl I had become was thriving, dependent, and undeniably hers. But could I fully accept it, or would a fragment of the boy I had been fight to return? Every reflection, every whispered word, every glance reminded me the boy I had been was gone, and the girl Liam had created demanded everything of me. The morning began quietly, but the tension in the apartment was thick. Liam had prepared a day unlike any before, a breaking point challenge, designed to force me to confront the complete loss of my old identity while facing public scrutiny and his meticulous control. "Today," he said softly, "you will realize there is no turning back. Every step, every glance, every interaction confirms it. You are hers completely, undeniably." My heart raced. Fear, shame, and forbidden excitement collided, leaving me trembling. Part of me wanted to flee, to reclaim the boy I had been. But deep down, the girl Liam had sculpted, delicate, feminized, and obedient, already thrived inside me. Resistance seemed impossible. We began with mirror immersion. Liam positioned me under bright light, forcing me to observe every inch of my feminized body. "Look at her," he whispered. "The boy you were is gone. Every gesture, every curve, every glance proves it. And soon you will feel it in your very soul." Tears welled in my eyes. Shame, humiliation, and a forbidden thrill collided. I hated that I craved his approval, yet I could not deny it. Every inch of my feminized self was undeniable, perfect, and entirely his. Next came public exposure, designed to push me beyond my comfort zone. Liam led me through a crowded mall where strangers' eyes lingered, whispers followed my every movement, and compliments rang in my ears. "Smile softly," Liam instructed. "Speak delicately. Sway gently. Let them see her. Every glance strips away the boy you were." Every word, every gesture, every compliment reinforced the feminized identity he had created. My body trembled in heels, my voice quivered, but beneath the shame and fear, a thrill pulsed, a dangerous, forbidden excitement that I hated but could not resist. Then came a confrontation with someone from my past, Nathan, who had recognized me weeks before. His eyes widened in shock and disbelief. I can't believe it's really you," he whispered. "You're so different." Humiliation surged, tears stung my eyes. I wanted to flee, to reclaim the boy I had been, but Liam's hand on my shoulder reminded me. I belonged to him now. Obedience was mandatory, pride optional. "Yes," I whispered, voice delicate, trembling. "It's me. I'm hers." Liam's calm smile reassured me. "Exactly," he said softly. "The boy you were is gone, and now you must accept it fully." Back at the apartment, Liam orchestrated an intimate reflection session. "Look at her," he whispered, brushing my hair from my face. "Every inch, every curve, every glance proves it. The boy you were is gone. You are hers completely, undeniably. And soon you will realize there is no turning back." I sank to my knees before the mirror, overwhelmed by fear, shame, and forbidden thrill. My reflection, delicate, feminized, undeniably female, stared back, undeniable and perfect. The breaking point had arrived. Every shred of masculinity, every vestige of my old self had been stripped away through public exposure, intimate humiliation, and Liam's absolute control. The girl I had become was thriving, dependent, and undeniably his. But could I truly accept this new identity? Or would despair claim me first? Every heartbeat, every breath, every glance reminded me I was no longer the boy I had been. And the girl Liam had created demanded total surrender. The morning sun filtered through the blinds, highlighting the soft curves of my feminized body. My reflection, delicate, flawless, undeniably female, stared back, unwavering and relentless. The boy I had been felt like a distant memory, a shadow fading into irrelevance. Liam entered, calm, commanding, and impossibly attentive. "Today," he whispered, "you will fully surrender. Every thought, every glance, every movement will confirm that you belong to her, and to me. Resistance is no longer an option." My heart raced. Shame, fear, and a subtle thrill surged through me. Part of me wanted to flee, to reclaim the boy I had been. But deep down, the girl Liam had sculpted, delicate, feminized, and obedient, already thrived inside me. We began with mirror immersion, a ritual now familiar but no less intense. Liam positioned me under bright light, forcing me to scrutinize every inch of my feminized body. "Look at her," he whispered. "Every curve, every glance, every movement proves the boy you were is gone. And soon you will feel it in your very soul." Tears welled in my eyes. Shame, humiliation, and forbidden excitement collided. I hated that I craved his approval, yet I could not deny it. Every inch of my feminized self was undeniable, perfect, and entirely his. Next came an extended public outing, designed to push my acceptance further. Liam led me through a bustling shopping district, where whispers, glances, and compliments followed every step. "Smile softly," Liam instructed. "Sway gently. Speak delicately. Let them see her." Every glance, every word, every gesture confirms she is hers. Each compliment, every lingering gaze, reinforced my feminized identity. My knees trembled in heels, my voice quivered, but beneath the shame and fear, a thrill pulsed, a dangerous, forbidden excitement that I hated yet could not resist. At the cafe, Alex approached once more. His eyes sparkled with admiration and subtle desire. "You're really beautiful," he whispered. Heat surged through me. My knees weakened slightly in heels, voice trembling. I'm hers," I whispered, glancing at Liam for silent approval. Liam's hand rested lightly on my shoulder. "Exactly," he said softly. "You belong to her completely. And the thrill you feel, the desire, it is part of what makes you hers." Back at the apartment, Liam orchestrated a final intimate mirror session, forcing me to confront the totality of my feminization. "Look at her," he whispered, brushing hair from my face. "Every inch, every curve, every glance proves it. The boy you were is gone. You are hers, completely, undeniably. And soon you will realize there is no turning back." I sank to my knees before the mirror, overwhelmed by fear, shame, and forbidden thrill. My reflection, delicate, feminized, undeniably female, stared back, undeniable and perfect. The emotional surrender had been total. Every vestige of masculinity, every fragment of the boy I had been stripped away. The girl I had become was thriving, dependent, and undeniably Liam's. But could I fully embrace this new life, or would a fragment of the past linger, haunting me forever? Every reflection, every whisper, every glance reminded me the boy I had been was gone, and the girl Liam had created demanded a final reckoning. The morning light poured softly through the blinds, illuminating the soft fabric of my dress and the curves Liam had meticulously sculpted over weeks of training. My reflection, delicate, feminized, undeniably female, stared back, unyielding and perfect. The boy I had been seemed like a ghost, fading further with each passing day. Liam entered, calm, commanding, and impossibly attentive. "Today," he said softly, "you will choose. Fully surrender and embrace her, or acknowledge the loss and carry it forever as a shadow. There is no middle ground." My heart pounded. Fear, shame, exhilaration, and forbidden thrill churned inside me. Part of me wanted to reclaim the boy I had been. But deep down, the girl Liam had sculpted, delicate, feminized, and obedient, already thrived within me. Resistance felt impossible. We began with a final mirror immersion, a ritual of truth. Liam positioned me under bright light, forcing me to examine every inch of my feminized body. "Look at her," he whispered. "Every curve, every glance, every gesture proves the boy you were is gone. And soon you will feel it in your soul. Accept it." Tears blurred my vision. Shame, humiliation, and thrilling exhilaration collided. I hated that I craved his approval, yet every inch of my feminized self was undeniable, perfect, and entirely his. Next came one last public outing, the ultimate test of acceptance. Liam guided me through crowded streets, where whispers, glances, and compliments followed every step. "Smile softly," he instructed. "Speak delicately. Move elegantly. Let them see her. Every glance confirms she is hers." I trembled in heels, voice quivering, Yet each compliment, each lingering gaze reinforced my feminized identity. The girl Liam had created was thriving in public attention, desired and admired. At a quiet cafe, Alex appeared once more, eyes filled with admiration and subtle desire. "You're so beautiful," he whispered. Heat surged through me. My knees weakened slightly in heels, voice trembling. I'm hers," I whispered, glancing at Liam for approval. Liam's hand rested lightly on my shoulder. "Exactly," he said softly. "You belong to her completely. The thrill you feel, the desire, it is part of what makes you hers." Back at the apartment, Liam guided me to a final private reflection session, the culmination of weeks of manipulation, feminization, and public scrutiny. "Look at her," he whispered. "Every inch, every gesture, every glance proves it. The boy you were is gone. You are hers, completely, undeniably. Now choose. Accept it fully, or live with the shadow of what you've lost." I sank to my knees, tears streaming, overwhelmed by fear, shame, and forbidden thrill. My reflection, delicate, feminized, undeniably female, stared back, perfect and unyielding. I closed my eyes and allowed myself to feel it fully. The loss, the transformation, the exhilaration, the forbidden thrill. The boy I had been was gone, irretrievable. The girl Liam had created was alive within me, thriving, obedient, and undeniably his. I whispered softly to myself, "I am hers." A wave of relief, terror, and forbidden thrill washed over me. I was free, yet bound. The past was a shadow, the present undeniable, and the future uncertain, yet entirely hers. The transformation was complete. I had fully accepted the girl Liam had created, yet a fragment of the boy I had been lingered, haunting, bittersweet, a reminder that some part of me would always remember what was lost. And now, the world would see me not as I once was, but as she, a perfect, feminized creation, desired, controlled, and undeniably hers. Every glance, every whisper, every step reminded me. I wasn't just hers, I was her, and the world was starting to notice. The morning light streamed through the blinds, illuminating the soft fabric of my new dress. Every curve, every delicate detail of my feminized self reflected Liam's meticulous care and control. I had fully embraced her identity, obedient, delicate, and undeniably feminine. Liam entered quietly, his calm presence anchoring me. "Today," he said softly, "you'll experience life as her fully. No hesitations, no shadows of your old self. The world will see her, and you will learn how irresistible she can be." Underscore 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 underscore. Our first stop was the downtown fashion district, bustling with crowds and cameras. Every step I took in heels, every sway of my hips, every tilt of my head drew attention. Strangers whispered, some smiled, some stared, and every glance reinforced my feminization. "Walk with confidence," Liam instructed. "Let them admire her. Every eye on her strips away the boy you were even further." I felt the thrill, the shame, the forbidden excitement of being fully visible as her. The boy I had been seemed like a distant memory, replaced entirely by the girl Liam had sculpted. Later, we entered a luxury cafe, where Alex awaited. His eyes widened as he saw me, admiration and desire clear. You look incredible," he whispered. Heat surged through me. My knees trembled slightly in heels, voice delicate and trembling. I'm hers," I whispered, glancing at Liam for confirmation. Liam smiled knowingly. "Exactly. She is yours to admire, yes, but remember, she belongs to me. And now, she's thriving, desired, and undeniably feminine." The day escalated with a social challenge, orchestrated by Liam. He guided me to interact with strangers, accept compliments, and even pose for photographs. Every word, every glance, every gesture reinforced the identity he had built. Shame and humiliation mingled with a dangerous, thrilling excitement. I hated that I enjoyed the attention, but I couldn't resist it. I was becoming her fully, thriving in public scrutiny. Back at the apartment, Liam orchestrated an intimate reflection session. "Look at her," he whispered, brushing my hair from my face. "Every inch, every curve, every glance proves it. You are hers completely. And now you will feel it in every interaction, every word, every look." I sank to my knees before the mirror, overwhelmed by fear, thrill, and forbidden pleasure. My reflection, delicate, feminized, undeniably female, stared back, undeniable and perfect. Cliffhanger. The public exposure and attention had left me trembling, exhilarated, and terrified. The girl I had become was thriving, desired, and fully controlled. But could I truly live this life? Or would the lingering shadow of my old self resurface at the worst possible moment?